We have returned back to the live stream. Pastor Jordan. Yes.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. We're back in session and we're dealing with item 5, consideration of the appeal by Abigail Petrie regarding withdrawal of the conditional offer of employment for the patrol officer, Cleveland Division of Police. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Brennan, you're on mute also.
I think I'd have learned from the pastor, right? I move that we support the appeal of appellant Abigail Petrie to be reinstated for the following reasons. The board was asked to make a decision in support of a rejection without adequate information, incomplete information, and the appearance of making a decision prior to reviewing all the available documentation.
Second the motion. Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the appeal. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Brennan, aye.
And aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Ms. Ivory, would you have anything to let Ms. Petrie know?
Civil Service, Betty Ivory. I am going to let Ms. Petrie know that we will communicate with her with regards to the next steps regarding your appeal and subsequent consideration as patrol officer after the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 6, consideration of the request from Lindsay Guetta for reinstatement to the eligible list for the classification of Laboratory Technician 2, Department of Public Health. Are all parties present? Yes. Do we have a representative from the city?
Yes, this is Dave Margolis, Director of Public Health.
Thank you. Mr. Margolis, does the city have any objection to reinstatement?
No objection. We are overjoyed to welcome Lindsay back to the team.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a motion from the commission?
Motion to approve.
Second Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the request. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I.
And aye.
Jordan, aye.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut nobody off. Do I have to be here anymore?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Good morning, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so I think we had, did we get to aye? And that messed up my rhythm right there. All right. Item 6 was approved.
So Ms. Guetta, please be aware that you are not being returned for an immediate employment with the City of Cleveland. By Civil Service Rule 10.96, you are being returned to the eligible list for the classification of Laboratory Technician 2 for a period of 1 year from the date of today's commission meeting. When the department has a vacancy for this classification, you may be considered for the opportunity. If you have any questions, please contact our office after this meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you don't have to stay either.
Thank you, Dan.
So I'm sorry, Ms. Ivory, could you explain that one more time? So we have the vacancy now for her position.
We'll go through the process as we would before outside of here, but there's just general statements that need to be said during the meeting for the record.
Okay.
And even though there is an immediate opportunity, we're speaking in generalities when we make the statement for the record. So
Great.
you'll be
Thanks so
contacted as well. You'll provide us a PR, things of that nature for this particular vacancy. And we'll move through with the bringing Ms. Getta back on.
Great, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on to item 7, consideration of the request from Tyler Poff for reinstatement to the eligible list for the classification of Patrol Officer 2, Cleveland Division of Police. Are all parties present for the item 7? Mr. Poff, if that's, could you unmute yourself, sir? Right, and the city's representatives.
They're on the phone. They have to dial *6 because they're muted. Can you unmute yourself? *6, Sergeant Museski, Sergeant Ship.
Hear us now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No
We're
problem.
here.
All right, moving forward on item 7, I'm going to ask Sergeant Schiff, is there any objection to this motion, this reinstatement?
No, the division has no objection to the reinstatement.
Thank you. Do I have a motion from the commission?
Motion to approve.
Second, Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved.
Mr. Poff, please be aware that you are being returned to direct employment by the City of Cleveland. By the Civil Service Rule 8.42, you will return to the Division of Patrol Officer. The Police Personnel Unit will contact you to coordinate your return. Should you have any other questions, please contact our office after this meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And you don't have to remain on the call either.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Item 8, consideration of the request from Jamie Rizal for reinstatement to the eligible list for the classification of Patrol Officer 2, Cleveland Division of Police. Are all parties present?
Sergeant Ship present.
Sergeant Museski present.
Is Mr. Rizal?
I do not believe Miss. Oh, yeah, there's Rizal on the phone. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask the Sergeant Ship or Sergeant Museski, is there any problem with the reinstatement?
No, the division has no objection to the reinstatement.
A motion from the commission.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Okay,
Flickinger.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the request. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved.
All right,
Rizal,
thank you all this morning. If you don't need us anymore, we're going to log off.
Sergeant.
absolutely.
Thank
For
you.
Ms. For Rizal, please be aware that you are being returned to direct employment by the City of Cleveland. By Civil Service Rule 8.42, you will return to the division with the rank of Patrol Officer. The Police Personnel Unit will contact you to coordinate your return. If you have any questions, please contact our office after this meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Item 9, consideration of the ministerial correction to the eligible list for the classification of Recreation Sports Instructor 2.
Good morning, Gerald Eatman, Examiner 4. I am requesting a ministerial correction to the eligible list for Recreation Instructor 2 Sports. This correction is necessary to add someone approved to take the exam late.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That
Thank
motion was approved. Item 10, consideration of the request from the Department of Finance to establish the new classification of citizen support specialist.
Ms. Donovan, do you have that memo that you could read for the Department of Finance on their behalf?
I do. Okay, the memo reads, Ray, proposed new employment classification, citizen support specialist. The Department of Finance is requesting commission approval to create the new employment classification of citizen support specialist. This new classification will serve to upgrade the duties and responsibilities of the existing classification of telephone operator. Please see the attached job description for the proposed duties and minimum qualifications for citizen support specialist. Thank you for your consideration. That was from Executive Director Rachon Long.
May I ask a question, Pastor?
Yes, sir.
I heard it say new position and then I heard upgraded position. So is this a new person to be hired or an adjustment to the existing job description of the telephone operator?
If I may, it is a new job classification which builds on telephone operator.
But does that mean we're hiring additional people or just that we're taking the existing job description and modifying it with the existing people in the telephone operator?
That detail, I'm not certain. I do know this is a new job title. So if there's new, moving forward, the department will hire citizen support specialists rather than telephone operators.
So that's for everybody in the department then?
I don't know how they're working with the historical people, the people that are already there. I'm not certain.
Motion not to approve.
I know I'm the chair, but I second that motion. It's been moved and seconded not to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. The motion was not approved.
And in the spirit of explanation, once again, we're being asked to vote for something we don't have complete data on. It's not a reflection on the staff of the Civil Service Commission. It is a reflection on the management that's asking for the request.
Thank you, Daniel. Moving on to item 11, consideration of the request from the Department of Public Safety to update the job descriptions. Bilingual communication specialist open, police radio dispatcher open, safety telephone operator open.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
And support.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 12, rejection of applications, 5-day, no appeal for the classification of Chief Engineering and Construction Inspector open, Customer Service Representative Call Center open, Electric Bridge Operator open, Machinist open, Pipe Fitter open, Storekeeper open, Unit Supervisor Credit and Collections open, Unit Supervisor Customer Service open.
Motion to approve, Flickinger.
Support, Brennan.
Been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. Item 13. Yes.
Betty Ivory, Civil Service. I just wanted to add to number 13 that wasn't included on the agenda, the eligible list for patrol officer.
On item 13.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the approval of the final eligible list for the classifications of, did you say patrol officer? Would you say it
Yes.
for the record? For patrol?
Yes, to include patrol officer as the one of the eligible lists that's for final approval.
Thank you. And also chief engineering and construction inspector open. Customer service representative call center open. Electric bridge operator open. Machinist open. Storekeeper open. Unit supervisor credit and collections open. Unit supervisor customer service open.
Motion to approve Flickinger.
Brennan.
Second, Patton.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
And I,
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. And seeing no other business to come before this commission, we stand adjourned.
We have a 14, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We are
Oh.
not adjourned. I didn't go to that last page. 14, consideration of the following bulletin: airport safety supervisor promotional, airport rescue firefighter paramedic open, bilingual communication specialist open, cemetery maintenance worker open, contract and monitoring specialist open, gardener open, inspector of weights and measure open, legal secretary open, meter reader CPP open, miscellaneous investigator open, pipe fitter open, police radio dispatcher open, property maintenance inspector 1 open, property maintenance inspector 2 open, public health sanitarian 1 open, recreation instructor 2 arts open, safety telephone operator open, senior internal auditor open, welder, fabricator technician open.
Motion to approve Flickinger.
support Brennan.
Been moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Flickinger, aye.
Brennan, I.
Patton, aye.
Jordan, aye. That motion was approved. And this time there really is nothing else to come before the commission, so we stand adjourned. Ms. Ivory, would you please let me know when we're off air?
Absolutely.